Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Shanae, and today's topic is going to be, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to this channel. Also share the video for awareness. So guys, let's get into the video. So today's topic is going to be about postpartum depression. If you guys have heard, there was an incident in St. James with a 5-month-old baby and her mother and her father. I'm going to put a picture right here of the article. The article was published by the Observer newspaper, and it is entitled 5-month-old da 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 da. So today I want to talk about postpartum awareness, because a lot of women after giving birth suffer from postpartum depression, and it is in Jamaica, to be very honest, we don't get enough information about like mental health awareness, mental illness. We don't have that information disclosed to us. Even though we have access to the information, it is basically like a taboo subject in Jamaica. So before going into the article, I want to speak about what is postpartum depression. So postpartum depression is basically what a woman experience after giving birth to a child or children. It is the dramatic drop in the estrogen hormones and the progesterone hormones in the body. So this depression is also known as baby blues, and many persons in Jamaica will say, okay, you will get over it, or they just basically just ignore that sign of mental illness when it comes to giving birth, because as society dictates or depicts that a mother is loving and caring and she's always strong. That is the basic stereotyping of women, especially mothers in society. So there are a lot of symptoms like headache, dizziness, fever, etc. that is associated with postpartum depression. I didn't experience a full-blown baby blues or postpartum depression, but I had some symptoms related to it. So I didn't get the full dosage of the depression and the thoughts, but I did experience it. And I'm telling you guys, that is one of the hardest things to get over as a woman giving birth, because now you have your body have gone through a phase like it's 50% chance of dying and 50% chance of living. So it's like basically it's a phrase, and it's so traumatizing to a woman. I don't know how some women, they they're so strong. That's the honest opinion. Like, some women are so strong when it comes to giving birth, like the whole pregnancy thing, they're so strong about it. But I'm telling you guys, like, being a mother is not easy. Like, it's so mentally draining, and it's emotionally draining, and it's physically draining. So a lot of persons might be arguing now with the lady and say, how could she do that? That is wickedness. But to be very precise and understanding, and be very considerate, and not being so objective but mostly subjective at this time, say, women, we go through things, and society don't normally just get up and say, okay, a woman go through hormonal changes, or her body go through physical changes. We have to deal with that separate from how we deal with men. To be honest, society ideal sex or gender, whatever you call it, is a man. So basically your body not supposed to go through some changes, because it's very weird. And for men, that is not the truth. Most of our reality, that our bodies go through change on a daily basis, and we have to learn to accept that and how to deal with that without society's help. So we have to, as I said in the video before, we have to cling together and lean on each other, because society doesn't like doesn't try to suit our needs, especially in like medicine field. Doesn't try to suit our needs like how they suit men needs, and that's the honest truth. There are research. I'm not being subjective at this time. I'm being very objective. And do I think she's guilty? The mother that killed that child. This is very subjective. Is she guilty? Her actus reus, which is the actus reus, which is her guilty act of throwing the baby down a 3-story building, is guilty. That is guilty. But do I think she have the requisite mens rea, that is the mental element? No. No. And for there to be criminal liability, you have to be the act to mash up with the mental element. So the guilty act plus the guilty mind, subtract a defense equal criminal liability. So I really don't think she is guilty. And you guys can come at me, yeah, and say what you want to say, but she didn't. I don't know all the facts of the case because the article is very short. It doesn't really go in depth. But to be very honest, being a mother and have experienced something near to postpartum depression, I don't think she was in her right state of mind. And probably it's insanity, we don't know, because after when she threw the child down the building, she went into the second story and tried to drink. She drank some bleach. So it's a lot, guys. And to be honest, we're not supposed to be so judgmental when it comes on to like mothers. Not saying that she's innocent and she didn't do anything wrong, but women do go through phases, especially having a child. And sometimes, guys, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when women go through these things, we don't have a support system, a strong support system, especially in Jamaica. Like, imagine you going to the doctor and say, well, I just feel like to like end myself and end this child, and they will look at you like weird, even though they have the requisite and medical experience. Some of the doctors are like, wow, she's crazy, when not knowing that women go through postpartum depression, which is so draining. Like, guys, imagine you being in a constant spiral of feeling down all the time. No matter what, like you could have the best of life, like meaning like tangible objects, like your life is so great. Outside, somebody looking outside, looking inside, is like, wow, you have the best life, so luxurious. Wow, you have everything, like you have everything material, but you're just not happy. You're just constantly sad, and you feel so depressed, you feel so alone, because this is what women go through on a daily basis. And in Jamaica, to be honest, we don't have that support system to say, okay, mothers, when you give birth and you feel some type of way, you feel depressed and you feel out of it, come in and come talk to one of our specialists. We don't have the requisite provision for mental illness overall. I'm not even talking about like women postpartum depression, women mental illness, etc. I'm talking about for men and women. It is so hard in Jamaica, especially like for like under-resourced persons in Jamaica. It's so hard to find somebody to talk to that is professional and have like the professional recommendation for you. It is so hard. Like, imagine you feel suicidal, you barely have persons to go to and talk to. First, them start tell you about, well, you're not supposed to feel this way. You cannot tell me I'm not supposed to feel this way if you are not the one in this position. So I really think that Jamaica should invest more in our mental illness awareness campaigns, mental illness like awareness overall the board. Like, it is such a taboo topic in Jamaica. As the slightest mental illness starts showing on somebody, you hear such a mad or him mad. And then we fling that word so carelessly around without any repercussion, any punishment. So I really think that we as a society should like invest in more in mental illness. And I really don't think that lady is guilty. Yes, her act is guilty, but her the requisite mens rea was not there, and of course she's going to be held criminal liable for it, because even though her mental illness wasn't there, murder is a specific crime, like a specific intended crime. So yes, she's going to face some charges, but for infanticide, that what she was charged for, I don't think so. Probably manslaughter, probably involuntary manslaughter, but not infanticide or murder, because she definitely didn't have the requisite mens rea. But you know, I'm just stating my undeveloped, like, it's not gospel what I'm saying, guys, but I'm just saying from my personal point of view, I really don't think she's guilty, even though her act was guilty. Like, insanity is also a defense, and I think it probably could fall under the insanity. I really don't think that she meant to kill that child, because she also have an 8-year-old child, and they said that the child saw everything that happened. Imagine how traumatizing it is to that 8-year-old child. When you're 8, when I was 8, did I understand everything? No, but I understand life. I understand what happened. I would have understand what happened. So I hope that that baby get counseling, because that is so traumatizing to experience at such a tender age. Like, probably she will even go through like nightmares, like always seeing that. So that we need to like invest in our trauma unit in Jamaica, because yes, mental illness is a real thing. It's real, like me and you. Like, a lot of persons suffer from mental illness and we don't even know. You could be suffering from, God forbid, you could be suffering from mental illness and you don't even know. You understand? So it's so easier said than done, but we should invest in our mental illness, because to be very frank, Jamaica is very under resourced, and maybe a lot of our crimes would be eliminated if we had like mental illness awareness. Because I know persons with the right mind can like commit a crime, but look at it from a point of view that somebody in there, like a reasonable man, would not commit that crime, if you understand what I'm saying. But I really hope that she gets the help, and not like be not the punishment alone. Like, instead of you guys like telling her, yes, she forgot to do, she's wicked, she's a wicked mother, and she's wicked, and she this and she that, and without even knowing the circumstances. That's what we need to work on. We to judge people too much. Like, come on. Are you perfect? I am sure. I'm 100% sure that you're not perfect. The only perfect man that walked on earth was Jesus Christ himself. So I'm sure that you're not perfect. So stop pointing fingers, and four of them pointing back at you. She genuinely, I think that she suffered from a mental illness. I don't know, probably postpartum depression, probably some other diagnosis. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist or anything, but I really don't think that she should be reprimanded and punished without seeking the proper medical assistance for this lady. Yeah, that's the honest truth. We need to and we as a society, we need to be more lenient when it comes to mental illness. Okay, I'm mad, me go stone him. Like, I have a mental brother. He suffers from schizophrenia, and persons beat him, persons like abuse him on a daily basis, and it breaks my heart so much. Like it hurts me so much. He's like one of my biggest motivation to like get him out of this environment so he can have a quote unquote normal life, because persons treat him so bad and it breaks my heart. Guys, you if you guys ever see how persons are so cruel and cruel and heinous to these mental ill persons, it will break your heart. I remember one case that somebody, a homeless man, was on the road. I don't know if he's mentally deranged or anything, but they light this man, light him. Like, how wicked can you be? How cruel can you be to light a person that is homeless? Like, there's so much circumstances can like make people homeless. Not because you're homeless that mean you're like mentally ill. And then, like, about 90% of the time, these homeless person don't even pay these people mind, or mental ill person don't even pay these people mind. And then for you to like go and provoke this man and light him, it's so wicked of you. And yeah, I think we should be more supportive when it come on to like mental illness in Jamaica, mental illness in the world, because other parts of the world are suffering from the same crisis that Jamaica is suffering from, you know? And like having somebody to deal with that has a mental illness and to see how society treats him, it breaks my heart on a constant basis. Yeah. But those are like my little 2 cents. Guys, don't take my words as gospel and then go and show people and say, this is what she's saying, she's studying law, you whatever. Look, I'm just saying what I think. This is my subjective view. It's not from a legal view. So please don't take this as gospel. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much. God bless you and God keep you. And remember to look out for somebody that is mentally ill.